Hello, everybody. Welcome to College of Lore. My name is Kate.
And I'm Jill. And we're playing Estersea. So we've got our guest players. Well, I guess there are, forever players as long as they'll have us. And with us we have Camille.
Hi.
As Meldrin. And then we have, under there, we have Jake as Ruben. And then down in the corner, we have Chrissy as Blob.
Yeah.
Yay!
I've been practicing my old maritime dad because it's been a while.
It has been a little while.
I was gonna say, you say that it's so long as we'll have you, but really it's until you kill us, right?
Yeah, in all fairness.
Right.
You know, if you want to keep
Here until-
Meldrin alive, indefinitely, I'm all for it.
You'll notice we're missing someone that we had last time, and that is Neil. Neil has bowed out of the campaign, so we will have Tuon with us for this first encounter, and he will be piloted by the party.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yep.
How much cash does Tuon have?
Ooh, good question. I have a
That's
character sheet right here.
That's a very good
I don't
question.
think we're canonically killing him.
I don't think he has very
No,
much.
but we'll
'cause
spend all of his money.
He gave his money to his family before we even went on this adventure.
Yeah, he
got paid
has.
out,
He
and then
has
he
nine.
immediately-
He has 9 gold pieces and 8 silver pieces.
I'm
That's enough for
pretty
a
sure
couple
Lob
good
doesn't care about money quite so much as Meldrin does.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, but I mean, like, hey, if Tuon wants to, like, buy our meals for the day, like...
Next few games.
feeling generous for some
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He's feeling however we want him to feel
Exactly.
from here on in.
Look, Neil gave up the rights to Tuon. Like, he's our baby now. And our baby's going to pay for our sandwiches.
I did have some chats with Neil about Tuon, so there's a lot of creative control that he still has that I'm going to inject into his decision making.
We have to play him the way Neil would play him.
Yes, yeah. I want to keep.
Yeah,
Tuon's
we don't want to
integrity.
change Tuon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tuon is an amazing character and
Yeah.
deserves us to do our best to maintain that.
Honor and respect him.
It'd be
Fidelity.
pretty weird if we just rewrote his personality. He just
Yeah.
comes out in a Hawaiian shirt.
Some moist
Yeah.
He likes boats.
Although Tuon
He's into
in a
boats.
Hawaiian shirt would be a
Well, he is into boats, just very specific types of boats.
Boats?
yeah.
Not the
He likes-
voters. Yeah.
He likes
Yeah.
being moist. He knows all about fishing.
Yeah. This all sounds right.
Likes to
Yeah.
make plans, think things through,
Yes.
boring
He did
stuff.
not like the boat that we had. I know
No.
that.
No.
Right.
No.
He does not like
That was a weird boat, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's the kind of
Ruben
island
wasn't a
boy
fan
who
either.
would just
Too
make a
noisy.
schedule for the entire island experience.
Yay!
I missed the first part of that one, Chrissy.
I said he's the kind of island boy who would just, be sure to like make a schedule for the whole like
Oh, yeah.
island experience. Yeah.
I appreciate you calling him Island Boy. I'm guessing that's a reference and I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Anyway.
Me
Okay.
neither. It's okay. Some other day, maybe.
I joke.
So we are going to let's get into this game of Estersea.
Yay!
So
I'm so
I
excited.
won't put anyone under the microscope here if nobody wants to try the recap. But if anyone wants to take a stab, ooh, we've got a taker. Okay.
Well, ever since I passed out, I had a really great dream. Meldrin has been asleep this whole time, so I can just kind of summarize the different dreams he had.
Oh, beautiful! I'm excited.
No, I changed my mind. He actually had really bad dreams.
Aw, he had bad
Dreams
dreams.
of like a tree coming to crush him. And,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
things like
and
that.
pain and
Yeah.
darkness and falling
Yeah.
through holes and stuff. But if you ask him, he'll be like, "Yeah, I dreamt about the time I ate lobster on the beach with a beautiful elf, and we made love all night."
That's a good dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lie, but it's a good dream.
That's what I dreamt.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
What
know
I
if
mean
it's a
to say is
lie. You could dream
Meldrin
many
has
things
no
immensely.
idea what's happening right now because he is dead.
Is he unconscious?
He's not
Oh,
dead.
is he still unconscious? Oh.
He very well, I think so. So, okay,
Right.
so let's do the recap.
Yeah, recap.
So, last session, the party rushed to help people who were attacked by a strange creature. The party rushed out and assisted these people, and I think some healing magic might have been used. And they saved them. They were lumber folk who had been cutting trees. And they brought them back into town, got a little bit of information, and Ellie Joy Bell's tree cutting machine was still out by the forest. So she was heading out, and you all decided to accompany her.
Yep, so she doesn't die.
And, so she doesn't die. And when you got there, you discovered that this creature was a wounded treant who
Right.
had been victim of this tree cutting machine. You fought it for a little while, but it proved too strong. And as soon as you you encouraged Ellie Joy Bell to turn off the machine, and the creature's rage sort of diminished, and you were able to escape. Unfortunately, Meldrin, after using a Molotov cocktail, I will call
Molotov
it,
cocktail?
on this tree.
No, remember, I didn't use any fire.
Right.
We don't
He
use
totally
fire.
didn't use any fire. He got clobbered and is now unconscious, but stable. You were able to stabilize him.
Right.
You made it back to town, and Ellie hasn't said anything about the use of fire in this combat, but you do all know that in Mist and Vale, fire
Right.
is illegal and not used. Well, illegal. I don't know if they've used that term, illegal, but there is no fire in Mist and Vale.
It's not
Mist and
allowed.
Vale-
Yeah, I don't think it's
not-
allowed.
it's not allowed.
Because their dock was burned down by fire.
Right.
Right? So the natural response to that is just banning fire in all forms.
Makes
mean-
total sense.
It's
Yeah.
a fire ban. They
Yeah.
have one of those things that show whether it's yellow or orange or red.
But it's
and it's red
always
now.
it's always on.
It's
red.
always red.
Yeah.
Right.
Out of curiosity, though, how do they cook their food?
They
Just like
don't.
a strictly vegetarian.
They know. I think
Fire
that it's
closed
it's
door.
all raw
The
foods,
entire
or
time.
or we said something about really hot rocks in the sun. Maybe you could put something on there to
Okay.
warm it
so
up.
it's kind of just all
Or
sun-dried.
magic that doesn't use
But
fire.
magic fire, or can you prestidigitize food
Sure.
to make it cooked?
I'm thinking that it's
Zap?
just
Zap.
yeah,
Maybe the
So-
Mist and
from,
Vale
an egg to a fried egg.
mages know how to do that. Yeah.
There are some things you haven't discovered about Mist and Vale yet, and that is actually one of the things that I've thought of, but has not come up.
What how they cook food?
How they cook food, and how the lanterns are lit, and even how your ship is being powered.
Well, and we know the quality of the light from the lanterns. You described it as sort of reddish, right?
It is red, yeah. The
Yeah.
whole, and Mist and Vale is constantly in a veil of mist, and
Oh.
the lights are lights when they're lit. It kind of gives the whole place an eerie red glow.
It's the red light district.
I had a chuckle because I just suddenly thought of they have all army of hamsters and wheels underground. It's just you've discovered our secret.
Oh,
We
no.
have electricity, but it's all hamster
Our
based.
secret
That's
hamster colony.
Vale.
Wouldn't it be turtles though?
It probably
Yeah,
would be.
this
I
town
suppose
also
so,
has
yeah.
a lot of turtles. This little place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the wheels a lot slower.
Yeah.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
knows that the
Slow and steady,
natural
Jake.
predator, the natural predator to turtles are hamsters. So with all the hamsters working underground, the turtles have, the turtle population has exploded.
Right. Exactly.
This sounds true.
This sounds true. So currently, what's going on in our story is that Mel is... I can't remember if Mel's fully unconscious or is feigning unconscious at this point.
He would never feign anything in his life.
What?
I remember there was discussion of him pretending to be unconscious so that he didn't have to deal with anything and get carried around. Okay. Well,
He would never do that. He would
Never
never pretend to be sleeping in order to get extra
Out of
rest
work.
time and not have to work.
Right. So currently there are or I don't know if they're necessarily cult members, but the same cloaked figures that had matching tattoos that were looking for
The book
that Namalesa has. You've been warned that they are in Miston Vale, dark cloaked figures asking around about your party. The innkeeper forewarned you that they are currently in the inn where I think you were all about to go. But the innkeeper, where did I put his name? Jaren?
Good old
Anyway.
Good old Jay.
Jay, he
Yeah.
let you know, you're so familiar with him, that's his nickname,
We're
Jay.
best friends, yeah.
That he let you know that they are there, and then he offered you safe haven in his attic while the lumberfolk are in the inn kind of distracting them, because you befriended these lumberfolk by saving their lives. They're trying to pay it forward in distracting these people that are looking for you.
We also put on an excellent show the night before that in the inn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely have high esteem in this town.
They love us.
After all of that.
Yeah.
They love
They
you.
will
Yeah.
remember it. I seem to recall there was talk about sending a boat upriver to try to distract them and to lead them away from where we were.
Yeah, so Tuon was going to sneak through town and head to the waterfront to kind of get a lay of what's going on, but also to take the boat and move it to make it look like you are no longer in Miston Vale area.
Right.
Okay.
So a slightly meta comment here. This sounds like a very reasonable in-game reason why Toulon could leave the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see what happens, because the plan isn't to just let him sail away with that boat forever, because we need the boat to get up to the mountains into the cave. Like, that's our actual end goal, is to go to this
Maybe
cave.
Toulon just wrecks the boat that he hates so
He
much.
could.
And that's his,
He
going
could.
out in a blaze of glory.
That might be what he wants to do.
I mean, maybe, but
Just
what does that
flips
do
everybody off.
to you lot who are trying to save some people or find some people that
Right.
have been missing?
You know what Tuon would do is destroy it on the journey back.
I agree with
after
that,
we get
actually.
back to Miston Vale or something.
Like, as he's parallel parking it back
Yeah,
in
it's
Estersea,
like-
just...
Oh shoot! Sorry. Ooh.
Oh, it sank.
All right, friends. So let's hop in.
Okay.
Let's hop into the story. So, Jay has just warned you about this, and you're discussing what you wanted to do. Tuon has offered to go stealthily off to the dockyard and to move the boat.
Decoy.
While you do what?
Well, I think that if that's the plan, to like distract them away, then hiding out in Jay's attic is a fine idea. Is there any place for us to like peer out from the attic to like see what's going on? Is he like living next door to the inn? Where is he in?
Yeah, he's the innkeeper. So it's like there's like a sort of like the pub general store type thing, and then or the general store and then the inn, and it's kind of like the inn is above both.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a building. It's like got two bottoms and then like the top building, and the attic is in the middle on the top.
Okay, so
You would probably be able to like maybe bore a hole in the attic just to like look out, or you would be in the same building as the cult members.
but we have a different, like we have a way of bypassing them, like a back entrance or something.
The back entrance, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He suggests the back entrance. He's going to go in the front and help talk to them and
make sure that they're all
feed
paying
them.
attention.
Yeah, try and give them some liquor, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, hopefully, all of them will think that we're leaving in the boat, and they'll get in whatever boat they arrived in and pursue it upstream, and then we go out on foot and then meet up again with Tuon at a location up the river.
Yeah,
and
that sounds
hope
good.
that he didn't die.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking. Do they know for like are the cloaked figures, are they absolutely certain that we will be leaving in that advanced boat?
They would think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Who knows what they are
yeah,
thinking.
like you don't know for sure.
We don't know
but-
what they know, but we do know that they know that we're here, which means they must have gotten some information from Estersea
Yeah.
about where we went, and we left Estersea in this boat, right?
Yeah, and it's a very distinctive boat.
Yeah, and there's
Say
no
what you want about it, but
there's no other like normal Estersea boats or anything here.
Yeah, my biggest concern is that we are going to lose this boat, and then we will have to make it up the mountain and back down with injured people, with just like on foot.
Do they
So
have
I'm
other
wondering-
boats, Jill, or is this the
Yeah.
only boat?
Yeah,
Could
they
we
would have
steal
other
their boat?
boats, but they would be like rowboats and things like that. Like it wouldn't be as fast, but it and it would be pretty difficult because the river's coming downstream.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, I'm wondering if we can, if Tuon might be able to take a rowboat, and then tell somebody like, hey, go back to the inn figures that you saw me with this rowboat. And then like maybe like go downstream, let the boat keep going, jump in the water, swim back.
I guess the question is, when Tuon gets to the docks, what kind of boats does he see? And does he see one that obviously belongs to the...
Yeah, part of
Cultists.
this is reconnaissance. Tuon going down
Yeah.
to the docks to see what's what down there. But yeah, I guess what we need to do is like let him know that he can use his best judgment about what would like work, but that we need a plan to like meet up after the fact. So what is that plan? Is he going to go upstream and we will meet him upstream, or what's the plan?
I mean, he
He
Oh.
can since we're piloting him, we can say, yeah, I will meet you upstream.
yeah, and like the fact that he is what's his race?
He's a water genasi.
He's a water genasi.
Water genasi means that he's really good at swimming. So like
Mhm.
he has pretty much free reign.
What if they destroy the boat though? I'm sort of thinking about this. I don't know that it's a good idea for Tuon to take the boat and lure them, because then
Yeah.
he stops and they catch up with him?
That's my
should take
concern.
their boat.
I
That's
wonder.
yeah,
Steal
I think
their
that's a
boat.
good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, steal
And
their
also,
boat.
I'm not there, so these are just ideas that are floating into your head.
Yeah.
You're
Just like-
mumbling it in your sleep.
Take the boat.
You know, you're
Steal the boat.
Did you guys hear that?
So, but if he steals their boat, then what are we doing? Like resting so that we can murder them when we wake up fully rested?
No, he like we get somebody to. I suppose then they would.
They
take our
can't.
boat,
They
wouldn't
can't
they?
leave if we take their boat, right?
Okay, yeah, I think taking a rowboat and then like he gets a head start, while somebody.
And then
runs
maybe
back
he
to
can
tell
like
them.
maybe he can like go like really fast and then like hide the boat somewhere up shore and then come back down to Mistonvale and meet us back here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and I would
presumably
suggest like
our...
heading back. I suggest heading back to the city, so that they have to double back in order to get to us.
And now that I'm thinking about it, like our boat is probably much faster than any traditional boat, so he can just lead them on a wild goose chase.
In our
Yeah.
boat.
Yes.
Oh, I don't
If
see
we're
how
on
that
the boat,
works.
it's something that he can outrun.
Yeah, because then we
So
won't
does
be
he
able to
go
catch
like
up
how
with them
far
if we
does he
take our
go?
boat.
It's a like how does he get back without them seeing him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why don't
Yeah,
we just like
continue.
another option is for us just to rest up here in the attic, quiet, shh, go to sleep, and then in the morning we're all rested, we've got all of our spells, we can like lay the smack down.
And hope that they didn't burn our boat down.
I mean, fire's illegal, so
Yeah.
That'll stop those
Seem like
criminals.
illegal kind of people.
We could just run.
Yeah.
We could just get
We
to
could
the
just
boat
run.
and just all of us, like, get out of here.
Sorry, Mist and Vale.
Well, we're done. We're done with Mist and Vale, right? Like, we
Yeah,
saved
we
them.
fine. But isn't there stuff in the room that you need?
Yeah, we need to go.
We
up
might
and
be
grab
able
our
to.
stuff.
He could distract them in the inn while we grab our stuff from our rooms, sneak back out the back door.
Remember
Hop
to
on the
pick up Meldrin.
Yep.
I think Mildred's just kind of like on Lob's back right
Like,
now.
Yeah.
No, I'm at the thing.
He's a
I'm
baby
at the,
Bjorn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I specifically wanted to be left at the thingy.
What
Okay.
thingy?
Well, I
That's
guess
fair.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
What thingy though? Did you mean?
We were at the
The doctor's office.
Oh yeah.
doctor's place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you guys what you decided.
No,
to
I
do
think
with
we
me.
were taking you back to the inn to rest there, and then we got to the inn and found out that was not a safe
Someone's
place.
princess carrying me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, Jaren
Okay.
agrees with your plan. So he says, I'll go in, I'll offer them free drinks, and I will do my best. Good luck to you. And
By
Your
our plan, do you mean the one
be
where we
successful.
grab our stuff from our room and then like get on the boat as quickly as possible and get out of here?
if that's what you're going to do, either way, I'm going to go distract them.
Yep, money to me.
Does everybody else like the runaway on the boat plan?
Yeah, let's bounce.
Okay.
All right. So he looks back and then he goes and enters the front door of the inn and he says, "You all look thirsty.
Okay.
How about a round of drinks?"
Now let's do the sneaky thing and get behind
Okay. So could each of you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Lob has a +4 in stealth.
I have a plus
Wow.
0.
Sneaky man. He is such a sneaky man. Also, I'm using my giant dice because it's the only one, my giant die because it's old at the home and I was
And Mel, I guess you don't really have to roll since you're not sneaking. You're very quiet, so.
Yeah, you're already pretty damn quiet.
I got a 16.
I rolled a 1, my very first roll with physical dice.
Oh no!
Ruben has a +6 to stealth, so
Okay.
It's
So
7.
that's a 7.
Okay.
yeah.
And then we've got, what do you have, Lob?
12 total.
And 12 total?
12 total. Yep.
Okay. And Nomalisa?
16.
16.
Do we get
one second
advantage
here.
because they're being distracted?
Sure. Yeah, I think that does make sense. I think you pass anyway because I'm doing like a group.
I'm
check,
asked.
but
Oh, okay.
but we can do advantage because they're distracted. But I think you already pass anyway.
Okay. Well, 16 is for me still.
Are we not writing our rolls in the roll 20 things?
Not
No,
when you're
it's-
rolling physical dice.
No, you just tell me.
Okay.
It's like
We-
in real life.
This is a trust exercise, Jake.
Okay, well that time I've got a 3, so I've substantially improved my
Yes.
Jill,
And plus,
+6.
yeah, the fact that you told me that you got a natural 1 on your first roll, I trust you implicitly from now on. You have my full.
well, that followed up by a 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never gonna doubt you.
Like you could
And
have
that's-
said 7 and it still would have sounded bad enough to be real.
Exactly. So I'm going off their passive perception, and they have their highest is an 11.
Okay.
So with all of you added together and then divided by 3, you're good.
Okay.
So you're creeping by, heading up back in the back entrance, and you Ruben opens the door and it creaks a little, but then it's okay. and you get in there and you go up like the back stairwell up and get to your rooms. So what do you do? I don't need to narrate like everything you guys are up to. So tell me what you do. You get up there.
Just grab all the stuff from our room that we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Pack up as quickly as like shove everything into. Yeah.
Perfect.
Who? What? Was everybody in the same?
Put me on the bed.
room? Yeah, just flop. Just a pile of Meldrin.
I think you all had your own rooms.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Think.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, Lob probably packs up pretty quickly and goes to help pack up Meldrin's stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Little disconcerted, I'm sure, with some of the things
My
he found.
stuff is literally everywhere.
Yeah. Just-
It's like it exploded all over the room.
Like, clearly when I
You're here
walk
for
into a
one
room, I
night.
just throw things like this
yeah.
as I get undressed. There's my underwear is hanging from a ceiling.
And Lob is not the type to check under the bed after leaving a hotel room, so something's going to get left behind.
I'll buy new clothing when I go back to the city.
Yeah.
What is money anyway?
All right, you've packed up.
And then
So tell me what. So you're sneaking
Yeah.
back out. Okay.
I yawn loudly. Oh wow! What a break!
Well, I'm like,
somebody punch him what's it called? Just subdual damage.
Yeah. Hey now. I mean, I put my arms up to Lob like a child wanting to be picked up.
So you're
ready to
in
go
the
now.
baby
I'm
arm.
still too weak.
I'm really tired. Pick me up.
He definitely does do the carrying a toddler kind of thing.
But like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, I guess.
amazing.
Kind of half sack potatoes, half a barrel.
Can I sit on your shoulders?
No, I don't think Lob. I think Lob would be like, this is not the time for that.
All
Maybe
right, I'll
later.
walk by myself.
Maybe.
yes, yeah.
Am I right to assume that I only have 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooray. I'm fine. This blood, it's mostly someone else's. That tree.
That tree.
Blood on me.
Everybody can see you bleeding. You're just like, it's not mine.
You have this delicious
yeah.
maple scent,
Oh,
a roast maple,
a smoky
in-
maple.
smoky maple. Yeah.
I'm covered in tree sap. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like the
But
blood
also
too.
my own blood.
Of course.
Yeah.
Roasted Meldrin.
Roasted dwarf.
Yeah. So let's do one more round of stealth checks to get you to this won't be at advantage because this is you creeping through town, and there is a cover of mist, so the DC isn't too bad, but you don't know who's looking, so you're trying to.
Okay.
19.
Ooh, I got 15.
9.
12 total for me.
Nice.
9. Okay, so this is another group check, so we're adding it together, dividing by 4. You're creeping through town, and you're keeping a good eye out just to make sure that no one is looking.
Mm-hmm.
You see a dark figure coming out around the turtle shop, and you manage to kind of duck around some people that are going by with a wagon, and you duck behind this wagon going by, and kind of creep along with it. So one person is shaped like the horse in the front, and then the next person is like staying down like the wheel. The next one is flat, you know what I mean.
Meldrin is the horse's ass.
Yeah.
Stealth moment.
Nice.
And you continue, and you do get to the docks, as far as you know, without being seen, because you didn't hear anyone call out or anything like that. You see a few different boats that you recognize. You see a fishing boat, you see your boat, and then you see a boat that you haven't seen before. It's probably twice the size of your boat. It's quite big. It's the biggest boat at the docks. And there is a figure standing in the boat. And they're standing there, and they have a a pole for pushing along the bottom of the river, and the top is smoldering, and there's kind of a smoke coming off of it. Could you each roll a perception check for me?
Oh boy.
I closed my eyes.
Okay.
Wisdom.
19.
6.
Sick.
Ah!
Most of you don't notice really anything about this figure. They're cloaked. They you know, it's kind of weird that they have this like smoldering pole thing. But Reuben, you get a glimpse of their face and their eyes for just a moment, and their face is skeletal, and their eyes look to be glowing through the mist.
Oh.
They look at you with indifference and then go back to just kind of looking after the ship that they're in.
So anybody else been playing Hades lately, or?
So it looks like they've seen us.
Yep.
Okay. But they don't
all of you notice the face kind of look over towards you, but none of you notice the features like Reuben does.
Right.
And Reuben, you've never seen anyone that looked like this ever.
Saying a lot for Reuben.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've
a lot.
seen a lot of things and a lot of people. You've seen tons of people, but no one has ever sort of given you kind of, I don't know if you would react with a chill. That is up to Reuben's feelings, but I feel like this look would be unsettling to your average person who would see such a thing. So what do you do? Someone has seen you. They're not reacting. They're not calling out. They're on their other boat.
Well, let's casually go over to our boat. What? You wink?
Wink at them. What would
no.
Mildred do?
Oh no.
I didn't notice them.
Oh yeah, you.
If I did, I would have been like,
Hey, yeah.
unfortunately, he's, I don't know, looking at the water.
Contemplating.
So, should we just try and walk over to the boat and keep an eye on them and see if they notice us or change their manner, and if so, then we can start running towards the boat?
I mean, are you guys pointing this out to the people of us, those of us that didn't notice? Because otherwise,
So
we'll just
I think
keep going normally.
Jill said that everybody noticed the figure and noticed that it saw us, but we didn't.
Unless you weren't looking. Like if you specifically said you weren't looking, then you wouldn't.
I got so low. I got a 4. I like super am not looking at them.
All right, well, we'll just say, like, okay, I don't think there's that figure on the boat there. I don't think that they care that they've seen us. So should we just try and keep
I
walking?
think it would be more suspicious to stop now. We need
Right.
to just keep confidently walking
Yeah.
as if we're
Yep.
minding our own business.
Yep.
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You make it onto the boat. Now what do you do?
Just chill.
Start her up.
Okay, so Tuan heads to the motor area. He turns the boat on. This is quite loud.
Uh-huh.
The motor starts up. The boat takes motion almost immediately, and Tuan is very adept with this, and he drives it out and heading in the direction that you want it to go, like you're continuing on your mission.
I think
Okay.
so.
You do hear a commotion coming from Miston Vale, like the main part of Miston Vale. Like you hear shouts and things like that, but you have sped off up
The
river.
whole thing just erupts into flames.
The town?
The town?
Oh my god!
Or the boat.
Sorry.
Like, ooh, that's too bad. Well, too late now. Okay, let's keep going.
I shouldn't have left all those Molotov cocktails there.
They were all under the bed. We're like,
We're loving the look.
I left them there with the timer and everything.
The timer.
I figured we'd be back.
Yeah, I was gonna come back in time.
It's like a safety measure.
I always
to
just
just
bomb everywhere I go.
yeah.
Guys, I have a diary, and it's got to get destroyed if I can't get it. Right?
It's my diary bomb.
My diary bomb. What, don't you have one?
Look, some people have the little locks. Some people have a voice control lock. Mildred has a bomb. Like,
Those secrets need to stay secret.
That is a spell. Rune, magic rune or whatever, where you can like have
Yeah.
an explosion spell if somebody tries to read your diary.
Right.
I
Yeah.
am definitely doing that.
What, in real life?
I can get spells, right? Rogue spells.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So that's the situation. You're heading up the river.
As quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible. Okay. So you.
So this boat, it has like an overdrive thing, and we can like do it, but not for too long. So let's just like kind of toggle back and forth between the
Okay.
second.
Juice it.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So you are zipping up and then slowing down, zipping up, slowing down. So someone is kind of working the engine, kind of pressing that button and turning it off, and like kind of keeping it going. You're making very good time.
Yeah. Okay.
You quickly make it out of the mist surrounding Mist and Vale. And the weather here is sunny. It's a beautiful day. Because I think it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure by now it's probably only mid-morning,
Okay.
I would say.
That's why I wanted to sleep. This is
Yeah.
like way too early for me to be doing all this stuff.
It is quite early. Okay, so let me zip down here. As you journey farther north, the water is becoming more rough, and there are many large rocks jutting out here and there. The river it's starting to feel a bit more oppressive as you make your way north. It's like kind of narrowing a little bit, and the large old trees on either side of the river seem to be like bending in, creating almost like a bit of a canopy overhead. Here's my question. You know how I like to have kind of a questionnaire-ish at the beginning of the session. I'm just wondering, what kind of things would catch your eye as you're going up the river and kind of looking around? What kind of things would pop out to you during a journey on the river?
Any animals?
Yeah.
I don't think I've been out of the city this far. If I see any wildlife, I'd be like, oh, and what's that?
Yeah. I was gonna
Grab it.
say animals, critters, and birds and things.
Okay.
Just because, like, I'm a city folk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lob, did you say wood?
Wood.
Yeah, I heard you say it, but it was so brief that I didn't know if Jill heard you. It was like,
Every time we pass
wood.
a tree, Meldrin's like, hey, Lob, there's one. There's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that tree?
yeah,
Yeah, and
he
some
like,
of them are gnarled, and like the roots are coming over the side of the bank and like dipping into the water.
like within reason, like Lob knows a lot of these trees and is filling in Mildred with like, oh well, that's softwood, that's hardwood, like that's good for this, that's good for that.
I know
like,
all about hardwood. Thanks. I've got that one covered.
Wow.
no, like,
Lob doesn't get it at all. He's like, oh really? I'm a huge fan of hardwood too.
it took him like a hot second, and then he's like,
I'm sorry to all our younger viewers.
it's pine. It's just pine. No, wait, no, pine's the softwood. Never mind.
I'll think of a good word. I'll think of a good name for my hardwood.
Oh.
You just
Douglas
keep
fir.
naming hardwoods for me, and I'll let you know which one hits it for me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Ruben, what did you notice?
So,
Moving on, yeah.
so on the first half of our boat journey, if you recall, Ruben was in high spirits, taking a nap, playing cards, drinking wine. He's in a very different mood now. Since our stealthy escape from the town, Ruben hasn't felt this alive in years. He's really into this adventure now. So I almost forgot that in the very first chapter of this adventure, Ruben found an old telescope that was sitting on top of a grave.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would be very alert, using the telescope as kind of a lookout for any sort of signs that we might be being followed.
Okay.
Oh.
So while you're using the telescope, I'm going to get you to roll any perception checks with advantage.
Cool.
For those of you that were looking and kind of like noticing or looking for animals, so that would be Nomalesa and Meldrin, you both feel like you might have gotten a glimpse of something large and white and quadrupedal, kind of in the woods and kind of coming closer and farther away to the side of the river, keeping pace with the ship a little
Is
bit.
that what a cow looks like? Hey, Nomalesa, is that a cow?
Do I think it's a cow?
Roll a nature check. Roll a nature check.
Me?
Me?
Okay.
Well, I think Nomalesa.
No, I'm asking Nomalesa, who's also looking for.
Oh, I got 12. I got
Did you see
12.
A 12. You definitely know this looks nothing like a cow. It has you kind of caught a glimpse, and it looks like it has upward facing ears and a long bushy tail, and it kind of reminds you of a dog, but like way bigger.
So it's like a huge dog.
Oh, I know what dogs look like. That's not a dog.
Is it a werewolf, do you think? No, it's daytime. It's daytime, right? Do werewolves happen in the daytime?
There's no sun here, though. Is that okay? Like,
I mean, it is like a sunny day as far as we're.
oh, right, the sky is green, not cloudy.
Yeah.
I forgot we're not
Yeah,
playing
the
Christmas
sky's
Strahd.
green here, man. Okay.
I mean, is it a werewolf? I don't know. I've never seen one before.
Has Lob seen creature?
I'm gonna point it out to Lob. What's that? That's
Okay.
cool.
Wait, Lob's gonna.
Okay.
Should I look at it with my telescope?
Yeah.
It's a werecow. Sorry.
A werecow?
Can you
I was
heal
in the comment
werecow?
section. It just like popped up and took me off guard.
I'm into that.
Oh man, I am not rolling great. It's only an 8.
Okay. You recognize this as a wolf for sure, but it is bigger. Like, I think I almost shouldn't have got you to roll because you would know that, this does look like a wolf to you, but you've never seen one like it.
Okay.
Like
Ruben,
it's-
did you
Oh, yeah, Ruben.
I just rolled a 19 for my perception check.
Perception?
Was
Pretty
that
good.
correct?
Yeah, you can easily confirm that this is the largest wolf you've ever seen. And you've never seen one that is like pure white before as well.
Jill, would this, like an altered creature like this, would it count as a monstrosity? Or is that something different?
I'll have to check, but we can say, since I don't want to rip you off if it is considered a monstrosity, I'll just say yes for now, but I could be wrong.
Okay, that's my favored enemy, my ranger ability, so I can get advantage to recall information about it.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, roll with advantage. So you're trying to do would this be a nature check?
It
Or
said
a
it's an
dexterity check?
it said it's an intelligence check. I don't know if it says specifically what skill it is. Let me have a look.
Okay, well I can let
It
you
just
do
says-
your... Yeah, so do an intelligence check to recall, and you're using
So you just
that.
add
Advantage.
whatever modifier you have for intelligence.
Okay, so that would be a 15 with my modifier.
15. Let's see. So you do recall tales. You've heard a lot of sea shanties and various other tales down at the dock front where you spend a lot of your time. You've heard tales of a strange wolf that is in the forests on this, deep in the forests of Estersea. And they have always been connected to tales of werewolves and tales of strange creatures and infectious sort of bites and things like that.
It's a werewolf. It's a
Knew it.
werewolf. Oh my god, Meldrin would love to be a werewolf. That's like super sexy.
So after a time, the wolf-like creature fades from your view and runs off into the woods. But it had kept pace with you
Which is
for
impressive.
a while.
Yeah.
Kind of.
How fast is our
you know.
boat?
Super fast.
The boat is. I should have. You would think I would have these rules like really handy. You know, you would think.
This is all part of the D&D experience.
Yep.
But it's been a while.
We're about realism here, right?
No, this is what a real game.
Players drop
Like,
out of games. Sometimes you don't have the information that you need right when you need it, and you have to
I'm
look
pretty
it
sure
up.
if you texted Neil, he would tell you exactly how fast the boat is.
Because I was bending the rules of this boat.
Yeah, because it's faster than a normal boat of its size,
Yeah.
right?
I'll have to look it up after, but I'm gonna quickly go to the. Oh, where did I put it? Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
So a normal boat goes 3 miles per hour, but you have the. So we're gonna say that when you're pressing overdrive, that it's gonna be going like 12 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're just when you're just sending it normal, it's going to be going 6 miles per hour.
Okay, wow. It's a fast boat.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I just wrote that down. I'll use that moving forward.
Okay.
So yeah, so this wolf was keeping pace with you for a bit. Maybe you did the overdrive and it sprinted a bit and then took off instead.
I will, like, I did Google this, but I feel like it is something that
Yep.
The running speed of a white wolf is 36 to 38 miles per hour.
Okay, so yeah, it's just
so
like keeping pace.
Lob is looking at it and it's just like, that is just a jaunt
Yeah.
field for that creature. Like,
It
he's
could
like,
go-
I can make
it
an
could go a
educated
lot
guess.
faster,
That is
yeah.
not as fast as that wolf
Right.
can go.
Perfect. Thank you. That's good.
So, like, are wolves dangerous? I mean, like, you hear about them in stories swallowing children and stuff, but, like, I thought those were just, like, bedtime stories.
Yeah.
Wolf like that certainly is. This takes me
Yeah.
back to my monster hunting days when I was a much younger adventurer. Never saw one that big, though.
Is it going to swallow us?
Not if it can't get on our boat.
Yeah.
I like this plan. Let's stay on the boat.
Yeah.
Forever.
So,
Well, till we get up there.
yeah, do we know, like, how long approximately it should take us to get to this cave, Jill? Because we do all need to rest, especially Meldrin.
Yeah. So it should take a few hours. And you've been traveling probably about an hour now, kind of on and off, pressing this button. And that has sped it up a fair bit.
Would we have had a short rest during that time just because we're on the
Yeah,
boat? Or do we all have
definitely,
to do boat
definitely.
stuff?
No,
Yeah.
I think we were pretty, like, it's just one person needs to be driving the boat at once, unless we're speeding it up and then one person
Good
needs
job,
to be
Tuan.
pressing the button. Yeah.
Juan is handling it. So yeah, all of you can take a short rest if you wish.
If
I
anybody,
would
are
very much wish.
you going to spend a hit dice to heal?
Oh, you betcha.
You can take an extra d6 because I'm here.
Thanks.
Anybody?
So are you kind of like serenading or telling poetry? Or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
or
yeah.
telling tales.
Yeah, I'm like strumming on my lute
She's
and
lecturing me.
creating like a beat poem about, like, at first it was about like the treant. I'm really sad about that, right? Because it's like roadkill, you know what I mean? Like a man created vehicle contraption like harmed this creature. It didn't do anything. It was just like in its natural environ.
It did something to me.
Yeah, but that's only because
And
it
now
was
you're
damaged.
singing to me
When you go into the
Shouldn't you
water,
be
you don't
singing
get
about
angry at the
me?
shark for biting you.
Okay, and then once I see that, like, Meldrin's wounds don't seem to be healing any better, and he's just more, like, distraught. Like, I'm, like, triggering these, like, terrible memories. I'm like, oh, okay. And, like, a train...
Malika, sing about Meldrin.
Oh, God. And so I'm like... No, but I mean, I think that didn't Meldrin's, like, strength impress her the other day? Like, you were, like, carrying those
Yeah,
stretchers,
so
and I was like,
Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah,
I'll start...
she
I
did.
thought that was begrudging.
No, she was like,
in
she
my
pretended
memory.
like she didn't like that she wasn't interested at all, but she was like,
But Lisa remembers this.
yeah. And so
Everyone remembers Meldrin
Yeah.
at some point.
so she'll just lean into that and start singing about your amazing arm muscles. And you can take
But
an
she's
extra.
like,
But was she
You've got good
was she
muscles.
specifically named Meldrin, or was she pretend it's somebody?
Yeah, it'll be like just
I want
vague.
a dwarf.
It's like a it's like a metaphor. It's like a
Meldrin.
metaphor, but Meldrin gets it because Meldrin is a performer too and an artist, and so he knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
He also thinks all songs are about him. so
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, I suspect
Like,
all songs,
I
especially
bet
of
you
this
think
nature.
this
He would be
song
like,
is
that
about
sounds
you."
like me.
Yeah.
I am a lonely soul who's out to find love and take care of all the damsels.
Mildred's like one of those people that reads the horoscopes, and any of the horoscopes are about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Like-
me. Yeah.
I did have good luck within the last 2 years.
So that's 4 extra hit points.
Oh, it's 4. I thought it was a D6.
Well, I rolled a d6 and there was a 4 on the face. Did you
I'm
roll? Did you roll
almost
it?
back.
Did you roll a
Uh,
d6 and get a better number? Because you could keep that if you want. If you already
It's
rolled
fine.
it before
It's
me.
1 hit point of difference.
Oh.
I'm almost back to full.
Good.
But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna pretend like I'm full.
I was already full
You're
hit
still
points.
gonna limp when people are looking.
So I'm not going to do that. But anybody else who is down hit points could spend a hit die, and they also would get that extra 4 hit points. So were you guys injured at all?
Pretty sure
Well,
Meldrin was the tank.
Yeah, Meldrin just got like
And then we were like, run away!
dragging him behind.
Everyone is like this is being like, ooh.
We're so brave.
Believe it or not, I'm good at keeping out of trouble sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was pretty brave. You're right.
Yeah, very brave.
Yeah, brave, that's the word.
So, for the end of this boat journey, what I wanted to do was try a skill challenge. I've never run one of these before. I've been kind of doing some research on them, and I know they were a thing in 4th edition. So I'm going to try and take a spin on it and see how we do.
All right.
Okay, so everyone roll a perception check.
Ooh.
And that's a 6.
Okay.
Indeed.
Get all the poor rolls out now.
Yeah,
I
I
guess so.
got 17.
Ooh.
I got 18,
Ooh.
which is surprising. Meldrin's not very perceptive.
Jake, did you say 17 as well?
I did say 17.
Okay. So everyone who got above a 15, you can smell kind of like a brimstone type smell, and it kind of, it's like the wind is coming from behind you, and it seems to be being carried upwind, and you
Oh no.
you kind of connect this with kind of a not great kind of a feeling, like you're kind of like it kind of alarms you a little bit to be smelling something like this out in this wilderness. For those of you that rolled higher than a 17 or 17 or higher, you kind of look downstream, like where you came from, and you see a ship, the big ship, with someone leading the way, and it seems to be quite fast, which is very surprising because it does not have a motor. And there's this figure on the prow. Is that the right term?
The
I
bow?
sort of memorized
Or
these
the-
terms. On the front of the boat.
Yes, the bow.
They're
Front
leading
of
with, and
the
they've got
boat.
this like the pole, and it is now lit with fire.
Ooh.
So
This
we're
is our
going to enter
skeleton
this-
friend.
This skill challenge, and since you've been doing that doing that speed thing, it won't I'll make it less successes needed. I was going to do 5, but I'll do 3 because you got a head start.
Okay.
Okay, so the water is getting more and more rough. If any of you know much about this river, or maybe on the map, you would know that the end of this river that the Mist and Vale folk have been calling, Mist and Valians have been calling it Jagged Teeth River.
Sounds safe.
So here are the rules of this skill challenge. As a team, you need to get 3 successes before you reach 3 failures.
Okay.
Each failure will cause some kind of consequence, and you do not want 3 failures.
Okay.
You can use any skill or spell, cantrip, tool, anything in your repertoire, or even items at your disposal to aid you. Once you use that skill, tool, or spell once to aid you, you specifically cannot use that again, but someone else could. So say you both had a torch and you were trying to throw torches at the boat. One landed, caught the boat on fire. You couldn't throw your second torch, but someone else could try that method. So Tuon's going to be steering the boat, but you could maybe make an assist roll for Tuon. I'll just kind of let him be, you could try and assist him or something. That will kind of be like a vehicles roll that you would make to help him out. All right, so what I have in front of me, we're just gonna roll a d8. I'll let one of you roll, and then we'll see what happens. So here we go, my first ever skill challenge.
So
Let's do it, everybody.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I didn't write down how many spells I have left. I assume it's 0 though, because I couldn't.
I think you used both of them. I think you and we didn't have a long rest yet.
Yeah, so I can't
So I
cast
think you're
spells
out
then,
of-
right?
You have cantrips though.
Yeah.
And you all have items. And if you get creative, I'm going to reward creativity. If you come up with something to do with your environment, if you come up with something to do, like if you're like, I think I hear some, I don't know, like fish here and I want to grab one, and I will let you have creative control over what's going on. I want you to kind of think outside the box if you feel you can, and whatever you say, we're going to try and make it work.
Okay.
So, Ruben, I'm starting with you because you're the top of my screen. I would like you to roll a d8, please.
3.
Okay, so the boat, you feel like the boat could probably go faster right now. It's feeling like it's slowing down, and you're kind of getting the impression that it might be being weighed down. But you don't have to take any action if you would like. However, you notice that the boat is kind of, the rear boat is catching up. So if there's anything you can think of to do to speed up your boat.
The benches. Tuon was right all along.
So what do you do?
Can someone help me unscrew benches and start tossing them overboard to jettison some weight? And as a bonus, they might create some obstacles for our pursuers. Although I don't know how much a wooden bench would slow down this huge boat.
Okay. So if someone's assisting, that would probably be like maybe athletics, or if anyone wants to let me know something else they think would be a useful skill to use there.
So
athletics for quickly tossing.
You're on mute, Chrissy.
I was gonna say, I'm like sort of waiting for Lob to be like, I'm good at lifting wood.
You ready to do some woodworking?
Yes. Lob has a +5 in athletics.
Ooh, okay. So if Ruben, if you want to assist, you're going to be assisting Lob in the athletics to toss these overboard?
Yep.
Okay, Lob, roll with advantage.
Okay. Good, because that was a 3.
So is Lob rolling like a d20 as a normal
Twice.
check? Okay.
Yeah.
Athletics. Adding athletics.
That's a 23.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you
Good.
and Ruben and everyone kind of works together getting these things over, and you easily increase the speed of this ship by getting rid of this excess weight. And I love that idea of them kind of getting in the way of this boat. And you see that the ship seems to be trying to dodge them rather than run them over. So this does slow the rear ship down, and you pull ahead. Namalesa, you're next on my little visual list here, if you would be so kind.
So I can see this dark figure with its big staff, and there's fire coming off the top of flames coming off the top of the staff, right?
Yes.
So I think Namalesa will try to use thaumaturgy to psych him out.
Ooh, okay.
So she's going to so with thaumaturgy, it's a cantrip, and I can do things like make my voice booming, alter flames, and things like that. And so I'm going to try and like alter my eyes so that they're like burning red, and like whoosh, like, you know, my robes are all in a gust of wind all of a sudden, and I'm going to do my best to like pretend to be doing some kind of really terrible sounding incantation.
Okay.
And I want to flicker the flames on his staff, and I'm hoping that this just like scares him a little bit and kind of distracts him. I know it's not going to really do any damage, but I know that maybe I can he might like go off course a little bit or something like that.
I love it. Okay, so I think that would be an intimidation check with advantage, because you're using your cantrips to enhance this. Enhance your intimidation.
Okay, so 2 d20s with intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is 18 plus 3, so 21. And that one's not as good, so 21.
21. Okay, so I'm gonna roll against you using his charisma, I guess, or would it be wisdom?
For blocking against intimidation.
Like if it's an opposed roll here.
It seems like it would be
maybe wisdom
or constitution. No,
well, I can do constitution.
I don't know if it would be constitution though.
Which number's lowest?
Yeah, that one.
Hey, I'm not telling you, but I will let you pick between constitution, wisdom, and charisma.
Wisdom? I think wisdom.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So, you notice that this figure is kind of like, oh, well, that's, you know, like this isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And you're pulling ahead.
Okay.
He's like, I'm a skeleton boy. I'm supposed to be the intimidating one.
Right. So this was technically we were kind of still on the same one here, but I want you to roll a d8.
Okay.
To see like another situation.
Okay. Oh, I got a 1.
A 1? Okay.
Yeah.
So jagged rocks are beginning to like come into view, and you're pulling ahead, and you're kind of like at the boat behind, but up ahead are these jagged rocks sticking up out of the river.
Yeah.
They're kind of blocking the path of the ship a little bit. So what do you do to try and assist with this situation? And anyone can chip in. Mildred.
Mildred's not very good at being outside or knowing what rocks and trees and water look like. However, he has this strange knowledge that rests deep inside of his genes about how rocks work.
Do you mean this is in G-E-N-E-S or J-E-A-N-S?
Both.
Ooh.
It's called stone cunning.
Right.
Oh, yes.
I would like to go to Tuon, who's steering the ship, and say, listen, judging from where the rocks are, I could probably find you a path that will have rocks that are deeper so that our boat can go through the right alleyways.
Amazing.
Perfect.
I don't know where this information is coming from. I feel like an old grandpa told me like when I was 3, and it lay dormant inside of my brain, and all of a sudden it's coming.
It's in my dwarf bones.
So if possible, I can make an intelligence check, but like really all I want to do is just give Tuon advantage on getting us through this maze.
Navigating.
Sure. So, so Tuon has proficiency with both vehicles, so that's a +2. I think it would be his. Is it his wisdom for the?
For driving
what
a
else
boat.
is added? Is it wisdom added? So it's like wisdom and the boat
It's,
proficiency.
It's usually like water vehicles is just like a skill check that would
Oh.
add.
He has a proficiency in water vehicles, so his proficiency
Yeah.
bonus gets added to it.
Okay,
Yep,
so it would be.
for
the
sure.
Oh, but
+2.
what is the skill check associated
That-
with it?
yeah, I'm
Dex?
wondering that
Is
too.
it Dex
I would
or
say
strength?
Dex more than anything.
Actually, it might be
Sure.
strength. I think I remember
You
having a.
choose.
I think I
You
have.
choose.
I remember having a lengthy conversation with Neil about like how much strength is required to sail.
I feel like he
All
would
right.
tell you.
Yeah.
Is this Neil in or out of character as to?
I'm hoping to give him advantage.
Could have been
but do you
either.
want me to actually roll the intelligence check?
You can choose. I'm on board with your helping, so however you want to roll it.
Oh no, I
am-
just want to tell him where to go.
Okay.
So that gives him
um,
advantage on his check,
yes.
and we said he'll use strength.
Sure. Plus the +2 from the water vehicle proficiency.
So strength is +2, so it'll be +4. Do you want me to roll for Tuon, or maybe Meldrin? Why don't you roll since you're helping?
I put myself into Tuon's shoes.
Yeah.
We become one. We are piloting the Jaeger together.
Oh yeah.
I should not be rolling because one of them was a 1, but if we have advantage, then he
You have
rolled
advantage.
a 15
Nice.
15.
That's pretty good.
plus whatever 4.
Okay. So you're zipping through and you manage to get past most of the rocks, but unfortunately just this one last rock scrapes on the side of the ship. And the boat, although not slowed because you did give good direction, you do take 2d10 piercing damage to the side of the boat.
Oh, the
no.
boat.
Not any of you, but the boat has been wounded.
I was like putting my hands over his hands, like in Ghost,
Yeah.
like helping him do it. Like let's do this together. Tuon, and Tuon's probably not very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
situation.
But he could tell that
Well,
it like
I'm trying
it
to
felt
concentrate.
Oh, it
right.
helped him.
Yeah, it
I
felt
helped
right.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ship takes 17 piercing damage.
Not my favorite.
How many hit points does the ship have?
The ship
the ship faint?
has
18.
Can the ship faint?
18. No, it has 50 hit points.
Okay.
50 total.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is two successes and a failure, we'll say. So we need to have 3 of one of them, and then the skill challenge will end. So, Chrissy, you're next on my little rotation of D8 rollers.
I think Log is going to run down to and check the damage and see
Okay.
if he can use maybe like any like if there are like spare benches or barrels, break it down to like patch up any holes or like even just to reinforce the damaged area.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little idea here. Don't they? Tuon can answer this, but don't they use like some kind of grease to make boats waterproof?
That makes
Yes,
sense.
they do.
Totally.
Yeah.
The turtle grease.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, did we? Yeah, there must be turtle grease to like.
I think Anomaly
Specifically
I
said
think
for
that.
Rob
that,
bought a
yeah.
bunch, didn't he?
I bought
buy
I bought a sunscreen moisturizer.
It's
Yeah, I
all
don't
like the
think I agree.
same stuff.
It's all the same
It's
grease.
just turtle grease packaged in different
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just milking a turtle, putting it in
Yeah.
bottles.
Are you
Totally
just trying to
different.
patch holes and things?
What?
Are you patching?
Yeah, I'd be patching. Or like my big thing is that I would be like applying wood to
Right.
like the damaged area.
Do we have
but-
like, just like hammer and nails and shit?
Certainly there would be stuff like that on the boat in case
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like this
repair kit.
happened and we
Yeah.
needed to repair. Yeah, it's like a
And
I
I
can't
have
imagine Lob leaves the house without them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I-
comes
we have
back
candles.
This comes back to that situation where when I kind of gave you the boat where I said that in any situation where something should be there, we're saying it's there, even though at the beginning we didn't like do an
Specify,
inventory
yeah.
list.
Yeah.
But this comes into that kind of umbrella given. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
there would be some repair supplies on board.
Yeah, and like definitely Lob is not the type of person to leave without like even just like a small like mallet. Like
Yeah.
so he would have some repair like items on him, toolkit on.
Okay. So the situation as we're laying it out is that this boat's going real fast.
Mm-hmm.
There are rocks kind of zipping past once in a while, and you are going to be kind of dangling over the side of the boat, trying to like.
No, he's going under.
Oh, he's going in. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
water kind of coming. Like,
Yeah.
in a
Trying to
little bit.
patch
Okay,
it from the inside. Yeah.
That makes more
Yes,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Lob is not that brave.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to be doing like a repair check on the
Yes.
ship.
What would you? think
So
it should be?
that would be, I think that would be like an intelligence check, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely wouldn't be.
Or dex, because you're using your hands.
Could be Dex.
I'm totally
I'll
up for being
accept-
Dex.
I'll accept your argument for being dexterous with your mitts. I'll accept.
Alrighty.
So we're doing a straight
Yeah.
dex check.
Straight Dex. Okay. Maddie, here's my dice. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. That is 22.
Oh yeah, no, you do well. You pass
Handedly.
that. You patch it up, and I'm going to roll a d10 to see how much HP gets set back to this. So, the ship regains 5 ship points.
Cool.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. So I would like you to roll a d8 though, because that wasn't really the challenge part of the challenge. That was a helpful.
That's another one.
Another one. Could you re-roll, please? I want to try and get one more different one before we.
Because we had a 1 and an 8, right?
Yeah,
Or-
we
I
had one
just
and a-
rolled an 8.
Oh really? We didn't get the 8 yet. We had a 1 and a 3. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So, patches of fog begin to rise up out of the river around you, and you're kind of getting an idea like maybe this could be caused by someone back there trying to inhibit your progress, especially with all these rocks in the way. What do you do?
Seems like a situation for a bit of magic.
Yeah.
A good old magical gust of wind.
Can I do that with thaumaturgy?
Yeah, how do you...
You already used thaumaturgy though, so you wouldn't be able to reuse.
Oh, right. You said
the same-
even if it's a cantrip, we can't use the same thing.
can't reuse the same method to solve one of these issues yet.
Do we think that
we only have
this...
just 2 on. Oh, 2 on's driving, so he can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do have 2 on, and if someone wants
Can
to
I take over
tag
the
him
wheel?
out-
I should
I'm
take
already
over the
there.
wheel. I also have watercraft proficiency.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Ooh,
then
yeah,
we should do
so
that.
you can tag
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Because 2 on's gotta have something to be able to control
Water.
situations
Um,
and misty situations.
Do we
He's a
know
magic
how many
water boy.
spells Tuon used last time? Because it's not. It's none are marked. I think like we kind of reset. Anyway, so should we assume that it's just cantrips?
What you got?
He has ward. Wait, what does warding wind do? That I don't think that he used a level 2 spell slot.
That seems pretty useful.
Yeah, that sounds.
Let me look it up.
Just lets out a big fart.
Warding wind.
I don't want to go over
That's
there.
my warding wind.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, it specifically hedges out gas and fog.
Does anybody have D&D Beyond up? It's not in this source book, and I don't
Yep.
have like
Yeah,
all
So
70.
a strong wind of 20 miles per hour blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you. It has the following effects. blah, 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 but mostly importantly, it can disperse fog.
Ooh, perfect. So this is a magical fog, so I'm still going to make a roll out of it. So if someone wants to roll with Tuon's spell attack, like we'll say, just for that could be the check.
Okay.
And because this effect is localized close to Tuon, I think what we need to do is hold him right up on the bow of the ship.
Yeah, get him to go up there.
Oh, like
Do a little
Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Seems like a
So
lot.
who wants to volunteer to hold Tuon from behind?
If I do it, could I give him bardic inspiration on the roll?
Yeah, yes. You
Do
can work
it.
together.
Do that anyway.
So that's like an extra d6. Okay, so somebody else does it, but I will play the song. The Titanic song.
You've got a clarinet.
Yeah. A flute.
Yeah, okay.
I'll sing if you play the music.
Okay. So
Lob
I'm
will
playing
hold him
music,
up.
you're singing. Lob is holding up Tuon like Kate Winslet on the bow of the boat. And who wants to roll? Jake, do you want to do the roll since you're not involved in the...
Wait,
You're just driving.
Yeah, but
You
Tuon is...
look absolutely thrilled by what's happening.
Yeah, this is like the best mental picture. I love this.
So Tuon is actually rolling, but I want to know who wants to physically roll the die.
Yeah, what am I rolling for?
It's a d20. You're going to get advantage, and you're going to add a d6, and then plus 6? I want to show you guys something. What does this mean?
Wait, yeah, that's a +6.
It's either a +5 or a +6. The star is water genasi. But
Oh, I
is this
think
a
it's
water
a +6
genasi?
then.
okay.
Yeah, is this a water genasi spell? Or
I don't
is it
know.
part of his cleric?
Oh no, actually
Yeah.
shape water has a star beside it, so it'll be +6. And
So it's D20 and a D6, Jake.
And the D20 has advantage.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're
So
gonna so
Celine Dion
D20
is definitely
D20
a
plus
specialty.
6.
So that was a 16 plus 3 on the D6.
19 plus 6 is 25.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
We
So
take
you
home the
enact this precious moment. Tuon gets up at the front of the ship and spreads his arms wide to cast Warding Wind, while Lob ensures that he is secure at the front of the boat. We've got Nomalisa breaking out in music, and Mel, did you say you were singing?
I'm singing the entire song.
It's a perfect
this is
Celine
my
Dion.
song. This is my song. Everyone stand back.
Well, shut up, this is my jam.
My jam. Clear the floor.
Yeah. So break out into My Heart Will Go On.
And even after the situation is like fixed itself, he's like, I gotta finish now. Like,
Still going.
Yeah.
Still going. The music
Rob
is
has
We're like we've
no idea
arrived
what's
and the
going on.
boat is like getting tied up and
Yeah.
Meldrin's still singing.
Yeah. So you clear the fog, and with this success, you make it through these rocks, and you notice that the ship behind you is too big to make it through.
Oh.
And the ship behind you pulls up and goes on the side, and like a wave kind of happens, like jet ski a little bit.
Right.
And you see that on the ship was this figure, and that there are a lot of cloaked figures, and they're all kind of yelling at, or like getting after this figure that has the fire on the end of the pole, and they're kind of like yelling and pointing up at you, and this figure shakes their head like not gonna chance going through those rocks.
or
Did we
throwing a
just get
fireball
guy
on us.
fired?
Pardon?
No fireball?
This character doesn't have fireball.
Yeah.
I think we just got him fired. I think he just lost his job.
So you have successfully completed this skill challenge. I hope it was fun.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That was quite the climax.
I
Like,
agree. That was like
I
better
was
than I
not
could have
expecting
imagined.
this.
Well done, friends.
Love it.
Do we want to take a quick break before we say what you find at the end of the...
Should
Seems
we
like a good time for a break.
should we have a level 3 ready for whenever we finally get to have a little nap ski?
Yeah, Jill, when you weren't here, we were talking about leveling up during the break. So
Okay, sure. So we can say that you get to the end of the river, leads into this lake, and I guess I'll do the description, and you can decide what you want to do with it. The river, comes into a lake, and the water is very still. The river's mouth widens, and the shore falls away, and you're on the largest lake you've ever seen. It takes quite some time to traverse further into this lake, probably another hour or so. And the trees are hugging close to all sides of the shore of this lake. To the north, the mountains act as a gargantuan wall, and you recognize this wall of mountains as just surrounding all of Estersea.
Mm-hmm.
As you near it, you notice that there is a waterfall whose view was blocked by a massive rock. This enormous rock is bigger than any one building you've ever seen in the city of Estersea, and it sits directly in front of the waterfall. The waterfall has worn down the center of the rock, making it into the shape of a wave. So there's this waterfall, and then this rock that's kind of coming out, shaped like a wave in front of the waterfall.
Okay.
So it's different. The waterfall has worn down the center of this rock, yes, making it into the shape of a wave. The water cascades onto the bottom of the rock, whooshing the water back up and around in a sort of sideways vortex, heading down into the water. So yes, the lake itself is very placid, other than the ripples coming from the waterfall. The forest hugs the sides of the lake, and as of right now, your ship is seaworthy, and you've managed the damage. It's fragile, but with Lob's assistance, it's not leaking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you would like to do now.
Yeah, I think...
Let's go ashore and take a little nap ski.
Okay, so you want to take
We could just anchor here and do like an 8-hour rest and do a watch schedule. We could sleep on
in the middle of the lake instead of where the big, huge wolf was?
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a monster in the lake, but we can keep an eye out for it, and that's what watches are for.
We
right?
have more proof that there's a monster on the shoreline.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And it was following us, so.
Lob actually doesn't need healing or anything, so Lob will...
Oh, okay.
So that everybody else can rest.
Yeah, I don't need healing, I just need spells.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, are we going to try to do a 6-hour... how long is it for regular people? 8 hours?
8.
Yeah.
I think we should, because we're going to go into this cave next, right? And that's like the big goal.
Yeah.
So this is so we can level up?
It's not so we can level up. It's my main reason is so that I can get my spells back. If we're going to go into combat, I have only cantrips right now.
And you will level up, because you're technically level 3, but a lot of the effects of leveling don't take effect until you've had a long rest.
Yeah.
So this long rest will give you all of the benefits of that level 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go on break. We will see you in how long? 15 minutes?
That sounds 15? Good to me. Yeah, about 15 minutes. So that's like 10 minutes past 9, just so that we know. All right.
Alrighty.
See you guys soon.
See ya.
Let's see if you can guess what Meldrin will be after the break.